once you realize how unreliable the mind is, that's the way I describe it to my clients. How unreliable is the mind, and how reliable are you believing it to be?
Mm-hmm.
And it will vary. So another one, I always love this thing. Say someone really, really wants some cookies or some fries or some chips or something, and they really, really want it. And the mind's been telling them that they need this and want this thing. So they have it. And 2 bites in, their mind goes, what are you doing? Don't eat that. That's bad for you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You're like, hang on, you mind would have been
Exactly.
saying for the last hour that I should eat this. And now 2 bites in, you mind are telling me I shouldn't be eating this.
Yeah. We make it back about like a self-thought, a self-judgment. We don't see, oh, there's a stream of thinking that's 1,000% contradictory all the time. It's not reliable. It just feels like, what's wrong with me? I thought this and now I thought that. You know, I'm a real basket case. It's like another thought comes in to make it a problem with the me. And then isn't that convenient? Because that keeps that thought stream going. Because if there's a problem with the me, I'm going to find a solution to this problem with the me.
But what's funny though, isn't it, is that when you're 1 or 2 years old, you're allowed to be really fickle and change your mind a lot. Right? You're allowed to go from hating something to loving something in 5 seconds, because that's what the mind does. It's so unreliable. It just keeps changing its mind, doesn't it? Whether it wants to laugh or cry and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
That's just the fluidity of what it is. But when we're older, we're like, no, you should have consistency of thinking and your mind should be reliable. No, it's still the same unreliable mind. We just believe it more the older we get. I think after the age of 5, you should be able to have consistent thoughts that have a logic and a rationale to them, rather than us saying, well, of course the mind's unreliable. And the other time we allow the mind to be unreliable is when we dream. So most of us are okay with our dreams making no sense at all. And we're like, God, that's the strangest dream last night. I thought this, and then I thought this, and there was time jumped 100 years, and then the person who's actually dead came alive, and then I was 10 years old, and we're like, what, wasn't that funny? And we will allow that to be okay because we were asleep. But just doing exactly the same when we're awake, we don't like.
Yeah. It's totally that ownership bit, that bit where it ties back to like, these are my thoughts. I'm being crazy. I'm being fickle. I'm all over the place. I'm illogical. That's not okay. When the apparent I there is a 1-year-old, not so bad. When the apparent I there is a 50-year-old sound asleep, fine. But when it's a 50-year-old who's awake, that's not okay. That's such a good example for people to see. Thought's been doing the same thing forever. Because it's doing it asleep, it's doing it when you're 1, it's doing it when you're 50. The only difference in that whole thread is the ownership of it.
It's a self-identification.
It's a self-case,
We don't self-identify with our dreams. Well, we would put a different part of us as dreaming. So it's the self-identification, it's the ownership piece.